Hey, what's going on, you guys? Thank you for all the support on the channel. It's good to see all of you guys. I hope all you guys are having a wonderful day. Today's a video that I think is very unique. I really want to share with you guys because as me, myself, I've matured throughout my lifetime. I've gotten to learn more and more the importance of your mental health. And this is something that I really am advocate for, something that I really do believe in helping the youth and young adults understand and overcome. You know, it's very challenging growing up in this world, especially if you don't have any support, any financial, I guess you can say advantage, and it's hard. Something that I dealt with very young growing up, and I oftentimes, have a lot of, I guess you can say, empathy for the world. Because you can take a look around, not everyone's in the greatest financial situation. A lot of us make pretty serious mistakes growing up, and we pay the consequences for them. At the end of the day, we are all responsible for our actions, and sometimes handling that responsibility can be very challenging. So I share this video with you guys because I really do want to go ahead and share this message with my audience, because I understand that growing up as a young adult, especially a man in society, if you're trying to meet the expectations of one day being able to buy your own home, provide for your family, be the breadwinner of the home, and really just be able to give back to those that you love and your parents, it's challenging. It feels like a lot of stress, something that I think if you're very, I guess you can say, mindful of being a giver and a provider, it's challenging. It's nothing that I guess you can say is easy to accomplish. So I want to go ahead and share this with you guys because in my journey I've made plenty of mistakes, but I've also been able to kind of keep myself afloat, and it took me a really long time to be able to find my own passion. Something that I'm very, I guess you can say, it's a little bit hard to express, but something that I don't mind doing for the rest of my life, and I feel like that's probably the most hardest part of, I guess you can say, growing up. It's finding what you love. There's a saying out there that if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, and I honestly do think it's true. So I share this with you guys because, as many people might come into your life and tell you, it's go to school, find your career, save your money, buy a house, right? And that's great advice, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, as you mature, you're gonna notice that you're gonna have passions, you're gonna have things that you're very, I guess you can say, optimistic about, things that you want to achieve. Maybe some of you guys have a bright idea. Maybe you want to design a product, design a brand, design a service-based business. And I want you guys to believe in yourselves. I want you guys to understand that it is a possibility. Now, for some of us, is it easy to accomplish? Absolutely not. But is it impossible? It's not. And I want you guys to understand that, as you guys mature and you guys begin to develop, curate that ability to continue to believe in yourself, and not just believe, because thoughts without action aren't rewarded. You have to go ahead and take, I guess you can say, a really strong amount of, I guess you can call it, accountability to see your ideas and your dreams come to life. So I want you guys to understand that in this journey of you pursuing, your passions, what it is you desire to create and offer to the world, it might not be a rainbows and sunshine path, but I want you guys to know that it's going to be worth it. Once you guys uncover what it is you really love and you pursue it, it's going to be challenging. The world isn't going to be too supportive of your idea and maybe your service or your product. It's challenging, but it's something that I want you guys to understand, that there is people out there that will support you. And oftentimes it's going to be challenging as an entrepreneur because your family, your friends, the people that you would expect to kind of back you up and be there along your side, you would think that they would be your number one supporters. And oftentimes you're going to learn that it's not. It's strangers that come into your life. It's people that really do, I guess you can say, align with your message, with your personal brand, with your product, with your service. And relationships and strangers are actually going to be the people that push you forward and actually give you a taste of what success feels like. So I want you guys to understand that. I want you guys to be able to meet and express yourself to the world. Meeting the world is beautiful. There's millions of individuals out here that you guys don't know, and they don't know you. But you keeping yourself in your own head, in your own similar routine and constant patterns, you're never going to meet them all. And it starts with expression. It starts with getting out there. It starts with, now thankfully in our generation, we're blessed with the opportunity to promote ourselves, to use social media, to go connect with so many individuals all at once. You guys have some of your favorite influencers that make funny, entertaining videos with over 100,000 people following them, interacting with them on a daily basis. They're no different than you, man. They're just someone that believed, right? So, in this journey, like, never feel like you can't believe in yourself. It's happened to me too. Like, when I first started this channel and started my Instagram page and my Snapchat and my TikTok and my whole personal brand, I never expected for anyone to take me serious. I never expected for anyone to even pay me a dime. I just did it because I had a passion. I started helping people. I got them results, and wow, like, this channel started with 0 subscribers, and I want to say thank you to all of you guys, because now it's at 409, and yeah, it's not a quarter of the percentage of the population of the world, but it's enough to show me that there's a possibility, that there's opportunity for progress, and it gives a little light of hope, and I feel like that's important for all of you guys. Like, I want you guys to understand that when you are going to go and pursue and invest your time, you're not wasting it. Oftentimes people feel like, damn, am I wasting time on this idea? Is it really gonna work? You're always gonna be faced with a little bit of those limited thoughts. Don't let them win. I want you to remain optimistic and remind yourself of the person out there that doesn't know you yet. And that's why I kept on going. In my, I guess you can say, journey with my entrepreneurship, a year and a half into my business, I had a great personal brand. I was being interacted and watched by over 500,000 people on my Instagram. I had around 2,300 followers, and I was interacting with so many different individuals: police officers, nurses, some surgeons, some tax professionals, some other investors, gamblers, people in the cannabis industry, great salesmen, HVAC technicians, truckers, electricians. I was meeting everyone. And they were all supporting me. Jerry, hey, I want to start investing my money and setting something up for my retirement, protecting my family. How can I get your guidance? How can I get your help? And it was amazing. I was at the top of the world, right? And I thought I was never going to be taken from me, but unfortunately, I violated Instagram's community guidelines, and once I did that, I lost my page, and I would no longer gain access to it, and I was sent right back to 0. And that's when I learned the ability of your mental health. If you let these negative thoughts win, your performance, your ability to overcome deteriorates extremely fast. It's difficult. I'm not going to tell you guys that this is easy. It's absolutely hard. Once you make progress and get sent back to 0, it's a lot harder than when you've never made any progress and then you make your first progress. So it's a real challenge that you're going to face in your journey of entrepreneurship. It happens to all of the greatest. I know stories of billionaires that have lost it all and got sent back to 0. I also have heard stories of multiple millionaires, that, not multiple, but one of my clients, his name is Manny. I love you, bro. I hope you watch this video. He shared with me a very shocking story. And this is why I tell you guys that it's really about your mental health. It's about your purpose. It's about what you live for than just the money. His grandfather, I hope, Manny, you don't get mad at me for sharing this story, but I think it's very important to share and inspire the world, let them know what's the true purpose out here. His grandfather was a very successful investor, real estate investor, built up a portfolio of properties valued at around $60.5 million. And then he had a whole separate $10.5 million in his bank account. And around maybe 55, 65, he killed himself. He committed suicide, and his father found him, Manny's father found him, and the family was completely devastated. But this goes to show you, like, once you told me that story, I was like, damn, like, it's really not all about the money. Like, there's different components to life: loneliness, purpose, that community, that's extremely important. Doesn't matter if you make, $1 million, $2 million, even $100 million, if at the end of it you're not happy. So that comes down to your mental health. That comes down to what you value. That comes down to what you pursue as your purpose, and I guess you can say your goals in this life. So don't let money consume you. Really be driven by purpose, and the money will come. It's very difficult to learn this lesson, and it's hard when you're learning it all by yourself, but it's possible. And it's hard for some individuals to think like this. You know, when you follow a career path and you're just taught to excel in your career, like someone like an electrician, right? Starts as an apprentice, goes into a journeyman, then a foreman, and then takes it to another level, commercial electricians. They're doing great. Some of those guys get paid over 120. Some of those guys make $200 an hour. It feels amazing. But in that position in life, it's sometimes challenging to think of your own ideas, right? And I encourage you guys to do so. Believe in maybe, hey, maybe I can on my free time set up a little side company where I employ other apprenticeships to go do, house calls, side jobs for me. And it grows, it begins to expand. You become a construction company, you start investing in real estate, and bam. And maybe now, you're able to break free from your career, right? As much as you love that, as much as you're getting paid and you're in a comfortable situation, it's going to take sacrifice to build something for yourself. But once you build it for yourself, the amount of freedom you'll get compared to that career is exponentially different. So that's why I tell you guys, have a real, moment to yourselves. Have a true relationship with yourself before you prioritize relationships with anyone else. Understand yourself, understand, who you are as a person, how to spend time alone, how to keep your head in the game, talk to yourself, to continue going, to continue believing, to make progress, to deal with the hard times, right? Oftentimes, a lot of people turn to connecting with others, connecting with their friends, connecting with family members for a sense of comfort. It's helpful, but the reward, the true guarantee is always going to be in yourself. No matter how bad this life gets, I'm not sure if you guys haven't noticed it, but at the end of every night, you are alone. If you have a partner, great. You have your family, great. But when you wake up, it's your voice in your head. It's your mind that is controlling your actions throughout the day. Take control of that. Believe in that and learn to be there and support that mind so it can continue to grow and flourish. Some of the most successful individuals in the world, millionaires, billionaires, they're not ultra successful because of what they do or what they know. It's because of how they think. It's their mind. How have they taken care of it? How have they developed it? Because the mind controls all of your actions and thoughts. And it's very important you understand how psychology rules your life, how you believe, how you view certain opportunities, overcome them, and take challenges. You know what I mean? So I share this with you guys because it's a lesson that I didn't learn, that no one taught me, and I believe is very important to everyone's development and their chances of succeeding in this life. So be gentle with yourself, be kind, be loving to yourself. If you don't have it all figured out in your 20s, maybe even in your 30s, don't beat yourself up. Don't compare yourself to the rest. It's completely fine. It's okay to not know your purpose. It's okay to not have it all figured out. Social media is a very powerful tool to help you grow, to help you connect with others that are in the same position as you. I encourage you to express your story. I encourage you to connect with others because you're going to find out that there's other people that don't have it figured out, but their plan is a lot similar to yours. Maybe you guys could cross paths and build something that changes your guys' lives as a whole. That's the type of environment and world we live in today, where one video posted online can make you a very trustful business partner, a very successful relationship, a very valuable, opportunity can come from it. And it's just about believing, it's just about pursuing, it's about being kind, respectful, supportive, loving of others. The world is huge. We all have problems. We all go through things. So support the world, be kind to the world, love the world. Don't let your, I guess you can say, egoistic, or ego get to you. There's a big world out there, man, and all the most successful people. The world is very big and it's filled with a lot of opportunities for individuals that believe in them. Individuals that go and pursue them, chase them, create them, and share them with the world. So I share this video so hopefully you guys can be impacted. Hopefully you guys can know that there's someone else out there like you guys that believes in something more than what society teaches us, right? Than just going to school, getting a career, working a job until you buy a home and saving your money. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and when you're young, that's the time to take the risk and believe in them. When you get older, the opportunity cost, the amount of human capital you have in terms of your time, it's deteriorating. So make your youth count. Go all in. Don't be afraid of being judged. Don't be afraid of people kind of, I guess you can say, having their opinions on you. There's always someone that will like you. There's always someone that won't like you. And that's life. There's people being born every single day. You have the opportunity to impact them, to meet them, to provide value to them. That's what you want to believe in. Focus on the positive, ignore the negative, believe in yourself, and chase your dreams. That's what I want to share with you guys, and I love all of you, and I hope all of you guys achieve success in this life. Thank you all for watching this video. Jerry Trades of SoCal Trading Group, over and out.